Okay, I'm not sure what it is, but there's something screwy going on here with this article here about. So the other day, I guess, the world's oldest person died at 117 in Japan, and so she died, and then this other lady became the oldest person ever in the world, or the oldest living person from Arkansas. And I told my girlfriend the other day when this lady died, I said, I'll show you what I mean in a second. So anyway, this lady, I'm assuming, died either March 31st or April 1st. The article's from April. So then the the new oldest person from Arkansas died at age 116, and this says 3 hours ago. So I guess a week after this lady from Arkansas dies at 116 years old. So basically, what I'm getting is last year around this time, this says May 6th, but it was before that they had an article about the Japanese guy dying at 116 years old. And anyway, this article is about. Sorry, this is really confusing, but this article, a New York City man becomes the world's oldest man at age 111. All right, and he became the oldest man because Arturo Licata of Italy died on April 24th. So it was literally just after that, a couple weeks after that. So, but what's confusing is, um, I commented on a video about the world's oldest person dies at 116 in Japan, and it says 1 year ago, but it just doesn't make any sense at all. And I wrote, and I have a fake profile. Well, it's not really fake. It was a joke from like when I was 15 years old, and I just never changed it. But this is actually my friend. Just throwing that out there. And I just never changed my Yahoo account. But that's my picture of one of my friends, and I just had the name Mike from years ago. Anyway, uh, it said crazy how the baseball guy that supposedly lied about his age was compared to this guy, and now he's dead. And I mean, so that was a year ago. But yet, when you click on this article, it takes you to the new article of this lady dying at 117. So for one, that doesn't make any sense. And then it even shows this is the lady who just died, the oldest lady, and then the next lady died a week later. But it even shows her as being 116 on here, on this article about the baseball guy or whatever. But read the article here. So he was 111, but he's not the oldest person in the world. 66 women are older than him. So 66 and 111. I mean, and the oldest being 116, 11, 6, 66. I mean, just there's a lot of 66s and 6s in this little article. But anyway, so like, moral of the story is, it just, none of this is making sense to me. But also, these old people, they make articles of them like 2 years in a row now of like they died one after another, and they had articles about it. So it's kind of strange. But why can't I find this article? I mean, it doesn't make any sense that this guy actually died in 2013. So why would I write this? Crazy how the baseball guy supposedly died was compared to this guy, and now he's dead. And then world's oldest person dies at 116 in Japan. So let's type that in on Yahoo. Okay, so world's oldest person dies at 116 in Japan. World's oldest person dies at 116 in Japan. And also, I just wanted to prove, so this is 1 year ago. And if you scroll down even farther here, you'll see some that say 2 years. Here we go. It starts saying 2 years here. So why, if it was 2013, that would be 2 years ago, not 1 year ago. So it's kind of weird. Anyway, I typed this in over here, and all you find is this. You find about the new, and then this guy that I'm actually talking about. World's oldest man dies 116. I know he got his article on it, guy dying right after or whatever. Who knows? It's just confusing. I guess it wasn't quite 2 years ago, but this guy died in June 12th, 2013. But I mean, it's just confusing how they screwed up the articles or something. I don't understand what they're doing or like why they did it, or if it was an accident or what. Anyway, just pointing out the fact that they actually did write an article about this guy, and I can't even prove it because the article won't come up anymore. And but they wrote an article about this guy, and then the 111-year-old guy dying right afterward. And then now this year, and that was 1 year ago, and then now this year, they had the old lady die, and then a week later, the next old lady died. So I don't know, kind of strange, I guess. Man, I'm sorry, that's got to be so confusing. I know what it is in my head, and I can't even explain it because I can't even pull up the articles to explain what I'm trying to say. But hopefully that makes sense. Um, I don't know what the purpose of this is, but it's 2 years in a row around the same time that they post articles about these people, the oldest people dying. I mean, the first time it was 2 men, and this year now it's 2 women. So I don't know if they're going to go farther with it or what, but you don't ever hardly hear about it, and then all of a sudden, around this time of the year, I guess, 2 years in a row, this has happened. So just a pattern, I guess. And like I said, I'm sorry. Hopefully that makes sense. If it doesn't, I don't know how else to explain it because I can't even pull up the correct articles anymore. So, and they were there forever, so I don't know why they all of a sudden took it away. But whatever. Have a great night.